I 100% blame my sugar addiction on my family. I had a very stressful childhood, and my family had this tendency to give me food when I would be very, very upset, like comfort me, and they were not comforting me with kale. Good morning! Why are we starting my vlog in the bathroom? Because I start my day with skincare. And I think it's very creepy when people do vlogs and they have that shot of them waking up in the morning as if you just wake up with a camera filming you. Just saying. So yes, I am doing my skincare and I have no idea what am I doing because I'm a bit lost. I mean, not in the process of my skincare, I'm lost in general because I'm tired and I overslept. Because there's this book that I've been reading. I think that I can't speak in the morning. I think that the translation to English would be Men Who Hate Women by Larson. The only skincare brand I use is called Skintegra. I think it's hard to find it anywhere because this is almost empty. Because they're actually a Croatian brand. I don't know how much of over the border shipping they do, and I love them. I was actually introduced to their skincare products by a friend who I work with, and I've been obsessed ever since. I do spend a bunch of money on their products because I have a lot of them, but the thing is, it's worth my money. My skin feels better ever since I started using them. I think I've been exclusively using their skincare for about a year and even more than a year, and I saw results after like 2 months. So I've been obsessed with them ever since. I do not plan on changing them, and as you can see, I apply a lot of shit to my face in the morning. So I'm going to be a bit shiny once I finish this, and I hope that won't mess up the camera focus and won't look too ugly. It will soak in. What's very important to have in your skincare routine? Your SPF. I had their SPF, the green one. I don't know what, the bottle is green. I don't know what the name of the other SPF is, and it was terrible for my skin. But this one does wonders, and it does not leave my skin feeling oily like the other one did. See, I can be critical of a brand I like. I'm just going to tell you what I am having for breakfast since this vlog is very much centered around food. The salad is leftover salad I have from yesterday, just some cucumbers and tomato. The omelette is a one egg white omelette with cheddar cheese and of course some strawberries to add in some fruits for my breakfast. So what I usually do when I'm actually having breakfast is I open up my laptop, I watch some YouTube videos, or I check the news, or if there's a show I'm watching, I watch an episode of the show if it's out. And I think that a lot of people who live alone do that. I've tried having these meals like in silence and just enjoying the food, but it just doesn't work for me. Also, my food is getting cold. And I'm going to eat now, and while I'm drinking my coffee, we are going to have a little talk. Now that my tummy is full, we can talk for a bit. So, how you've been? What I'm going to be doing today is mostly vlogging what I eat. The day is going to be very boring because I have nothing to do. Maybe I'll go and take a walk because of my knee issue. I still can't really work out. It's very hard to find some exercises that are very knee friendly, and I'm scared that I actually have an injury and that I will make it worse if I like push myself too much. So I'm not working out, but I should take a walk. I need to exit the apartment. I just hope it won't rain again today. I am trying to get an appointment at a doctor, and again, even my personal doctor told me when I get an appointment at the orthopedist, I'm going to say that you're supposed to say it in English, that there's a very big chance that he's going to send me to do further checks, that I will be waiting for months or just pay to get ahead, which is the sad story of Croatian healthcare. One thing that I've been doing that's been really messing with me is reading the news. I have a very short fuse. I thoroughly dislike the Croatian government, so just reading about anything that they did wrong again, they just annoy me. Oh my god, like there was this huge party that happened in Zagreb because like people have had enough and they threw a party out on the street, and everyone was like, oh my god, how can they behave like this? There were cops and stuff like this. And of course I don't think that you should party in the middle of the pandemic. What they did was, I mean, at their own risk, it's their responsibility. If they were caught by the police, they're going to pay for their actions and all of that, but I don't really judge them because our government has been dealing with this horribly. Whatever you've read in the news, if you follow like worldwide situations, whatever positive things you heard about Croatia, that died a long time ago. Like the first wave, we handled it rather well. I mean, the response was very good, it was very fast. As time progressed, we were still having restrictions, like bars were getting closed, there was a limited amount of people that can be in the store. People could actually report people for holding house parties and the cops would come and there were fines and stuff like that. There are some counties that have mandatory masks out in the open, stuff like this. So there were a lot of restrictions and most of them were like with the emphasis on don't do any gatherings, don't be around people, social distance, stuff like that, which again, I agree we should all do, we should all be very careful. But then whenever it suited our government, they were having their gatherings. Like we had the election year, they were celebrating their win, and literally we all saw their stupidity because there was not a mask in sight. They were hugging because why not? And then they have the audacity to just come on TV and be like, please social distance, please go fuck yourself, and don't judge the students and the young people that threw a party because they were just following your example. But because if you cannot lead by example, don't fucking expect the rest of us to do so. This was supposed to be like, oh my god, I'm getting off sugar, and I'm here like, our government is shit. I'm sorry about that, I just had to get that off my chest. But yes, I'm going to read my book now instead of reading the news, so I don't get even more irritated by everything. And I'm going to see you somewhere at, I guess, lunchtime. Am I opening your appetite? Because I'm just filming and talking about food most of the time. I guess not, because I'm not a really good cook and you're not going to say anything very appetizing in this video because I'm cutting out carbs. I am going sugar-free because it's, as I said, like sugar has an awful effect on my body and I am very much addicted to it, so I have to put that under control. And yes, we'll see how it will go. I will update you always. I'm going to read my book now and talk to you later. And here is the plate number 2. Like there is steam like rising from the calamari. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera. I just finished doing this. So there are some calamari, mozzarella cheese, tomatoes that are suffocated by all of this arugula salad. I think this is very easy. This is very simple, especially for us who don't know how to cook. I would definitely replace the mozzarella with some feta cheese. But unfortunately I did not get any recently. And also olives, which also I need to go to the store. So I am going to link the recipe for the calamari down below. It's a very easy recipe. It involves just a few ingredients like parsley, butter, olive oil, and I think just some more seasoning, and that's it. It's very easy and I already tried it. It's actually very tasteful. I also added some lime. I don't know if that was on the recipe or not. Anyways, it will be linked down below. Now I am going to eat. So yes, here I am chefing it up. I do not plate my food this averagely nicely, but I feel like I have to because it's for a video. But yes, usually I just throw stuff on the plate and I eat it. Let's try it. I mean, I already tried it. I know it's good. as good as it can be, at least. I don't look very pretty eating, I know. I swear to you, I'm not pretending to be enjoying this much salad. I actually do love eating vegetables. It's why it's so easy for me to just switch to a healthier diet. Like, sugar is my only nemesis when it comes to food. I love eating vegetables like arugula, broccoli. I love broccoli. Like, you just put some salt on it and pepper, some olive oil, maybe tahini. Like, love it. Brussels sprouts, what else? Oh, tomatoes, capsicum. Like, I love eating vegetables. It is actually like the main part of most of my meals. I should eat instead of just babble on. This is why it's so hard to film something like this. I knew this wasn't going to work. I honestly thought about going keto, and I was like watching YouTube videos about it and scanning like some sample meals and stuff like that, and then my brain was just like, no, you cannot do that because there's not enough vegetables there. Like, I can't really live without carbs. I am staying away from carbs to somehow not entice my desire to eat sugar more, and I can control that. But when it comes to vegetables, it being the main component of all of my meals, I cannot just eat some green beans. And also a diet that has an emphasis on like fat. Is that correct? I don't know, but like it's just not for me. But I like took that and more plant-based diets, and I think like I found some middle ground where I can choose what I eat. I'm going to finish this because I cannot do this like I'm in a restaurant or something. Also, I mean, nobody looks attractive eating. And this is why I don't understand the mukbang and the people who eat on camera, because I don't know what's so satisfying. People look stupid when they eat. I'm just saying. Delicious. I went grocery shopping. I was supposed to get chicken and feta cheese and olives. And it ended up usually how my shopping ends up. I was actually going to take you with me, and I took my camera and everything, and then I came to the store and I was like, there is no fucking way I'm filming inside the store. But let's see what I got. This is me buying chicken and olives and feta cheese. Also, since the only type of meat I eat is chicken, like plain chicken, I mean poultry in general, like I can also eat turkey, but pork, like a pork chop, or I don't know, a steak or something like that, not my vibe. I cannot eat it. I never enjoyed eating anything other than chicken, so it's very hard for me to actually have a diverse diet because my protein source is chicken breasts. Like, not even like chicken legs or something, chicken wings, no, chicken breasts. So I got, and some more of that. That's, how do you call prosciutto in English? I don't know. So I got that, some more salad, strawberries. What else? I got some cabbage because I like cabbage salad. We have some mushrooms, some mozzarella, some lemons. We need our vitamin C in this pandemonium. I've got some skyr. How do you say this in English? Skyr? So this is like some Icelandic type of yogurt, or I mean cheese. This is actually a type of cheese. It would really be helpful if most of this wasn't in German. I did not prepare for this. We got some blueberries. And then I actually got some olives, some chicken, and some feta cheese. I need to put all of this away and go cry over my bank statements because I'm being irresponsible again. But what you gonna do? This was a little bit of an improvised dinner. I'm going to tell you all about it later. So it's very actually simple. We have some broccoli with tahini. Told you I love that. We have some mushrooms, some olives, some prosciutto, and some... I mean, that's a pile of feta cheese. That is a pile of feta cheese. I love it. I got it today. And this is pretty much it. I have to tell you what happened when I actually started putting my groceries away. My dinner is done. And you know what? I actually enjoyed everything I ate today. I told you I love vegetables, and there were vegetables in every single meal today. I actually had only 3 main meals today. I usually snack throughout the day, and I think that the thing is, usually my breakfast is oatmeal, always oatmeal. I live for my morning oatmeal. I of course put in some cocoa in it, some honey, I put in some bananas or other fruit, you know, I make it tastier. And usually when I have oatmeal in the morning, I do tend to feel hungry very soon after my breakfast, and then I have like a snack before lunch, then I postpone lunch a little bit, then again I start snacking and stuff like that. I think that having this like heavy breakfast really made the difference for me today in how was my appetite throughout the day. I did not crave any snacks and stuff like this. It was actually very beneficial to me, and I think I'm going to keep this up, but I just need to come up with different like variants of these types of breakfasts, because eggs every single morning, Now, I told you that I was supposed to eat chicken today. Actually, I'm glad I didn't, because my apartment still smells a bit like calamari and broccoli, and my boyfriend is coming over tonight. I bet he's going to enjoy this romantic smell of my apartment. So anyways, I was supposed to make chicken. I bought it, and then since I bought like chicken breasts, and I was going to cut it, and when I started like cutting it to like, let's say portion it, I cannot eat a whole meal of that. I realized that there was just a lot of blood coming out of it, and I thought like, okay, I mean, it's raw meat, of course, that you're going to come across blood, but like literally a whole side of that like had this red patch, and there was just blood pouring out of it, and the meat was very weird. Like on the surface everything looked fine. I always buy from this store. I've never had any like issues, I've never had any bad experiences, and this was just like disgusting. And I mean, I'm not a butcher. I cannot claim that something is actually wrong with that meat. It went in the garbage. I am scared of eating it, because I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert, and I'm sure as hell not going to Google it. Like, I'm going to survive. I just threw it in the garbage can. And yeah, that's why I changed my dinner today. What other thing I wanted to say? Yeah, speaking about meat. I watched Seaspiracy, and you know what's coming if you watch that as well. I want to be vegetarian now. Like, I saw that documentary, and it really like implanted this idea in my head: you should be vegetarian. And I also did some like, Googling about like how much does different types of diets affect the environment, and I saw that like being on a Mediterranean diet is similar when it comes to the environmental impact to being on a vegetarian diet. Maybe I could pull that off. I mean, I did experiment with the Mediterranean diet. I still have some like elements of that type of diet in my own kitchen. Because I, for example, am going to avoid buying low-fat food because it's heavily processed and stuff like this. I always watch the ingredient list, and if there's like more than 5 ingredients, it's something I think twice before buying it. But yes, I was really thinking about changing my diet. I mean, I first have to get off sugar. I have to get off sugar. It's very detrimental to my health. And then I'm going to see, but I have this very strong urge to go vegetarian. We'll see how that will turn out, if I will actually try to do it. Let me know if you're a vegetarian or if you went from like eating meat to being vegetarian. How was your experience? This whole like changing my diet, trying to go sugar free, it really has nothing to do with weight loss. I mean, not for now. We all want to lose some weight. I think that's like imposed on us with the beauty standards. But this is really not me trying to lose weight. I just want to get off sugar because being addicted to something that is so accessible and that's so bad for my health is just scaring me, and I want to get off sugar. I don't think that I need to put this disclaimer or anything, but since I'm talking about food and stuff like that, I'm not a nutritionist or any expert in this field. I'm just sharing my story because I think that if I document this, it will be easier for me to stick to this and to just not give up and, you know, eat ice cream. That's my arch nemesis. And that's it for today, I think, guys. I have to go clean up the kitchen, I have to go shower, and I have to air out my apartment in hopes it will stop smelling like broccoli and calamari. That's a very big problem when you're living in an apartment that's the size of a shoebox. But I actually like this place. I'm not completely against it. But I am used to like having a bigger space because I grew up in a bigger house, and the apartment I live in with my mom is also bigger. Why am I still ranting? Like, you did not ask for this. So yes, I'm going to go now. Please subscribe, like, share, leave your comments down below. Let me know if there is anything else you would like to see, if you would like to see more of this like sugar-free diary. I think that's all I'm supposed to say. I'm going to leave links down below to the calamari recipe that I did, to of course my blog, my Instagram page, if you would like to, you know, follow me. I'm going to leave also some reading material for you down in the description, like some recent articles I wrote, and just some things I think you might enjoy. And that's it for me now. I'm really going now. Thank you so much for everything, and see you in the next one.